Pair of angle. Introduction of complementary angles. Supplementary angles. Linear pairs. Vertically opposite angles. Adjacent angles, etc. Pair of angle. Hello students, how are you all? You all are looking so fresh today. I feel happy and fresh when I look your fresh faces while teaching. Let us start a new topic today. Our new topic is pair of angle, a pair of complementary angles. This streetlight pole is perpendicular to the ground. We can easily access that the pole is making an angle of 90 degrees with the ground. Now, let us divide this 90-degree angle into two parts. These two angles are called complement of each other. The sum of measures of these complementary angles is always 90 degree. When the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, the angles are called complementary angles. The measures of angles ABC and angle CBD are 55 degree and 35 degree respectively, and their sum is 90 degrees. A pair of supplementary angles. These are two angles of measure 100 degrees and 80 degrees. The sum of measure of these two angles is 180 degree. If the sum of measures of two angles is 180 degrees, then we call one angle is supplement to that of other angle. These two angles are supplementary. Pair adjacent angles.
Sonali, observe this, what I am doing.
Yes, Rahul?
I am opening this cover page of book and holding just like this. This cover page makes some angles with remaining parts of the book.
Yeah.
Now, if I lift this page, we can observe that there are two angles formed. These two angles are two parts of previous original angle formed by this page.
Yes, Rahul. Both the angles have a common vertex, a common arm, but different interior points. We call such pairs of angles as adjacent angles. Angles in a linear pair. Opposite ray. In the figure alongside, the points P, Q, R are collinear, and the point Q is between the point P and R. In such case, ray QP and ray QR are called opposite rays. Linear pair. Are you observing the seashore and the coconut trees? These coconut trees are making some angle with the seashore plane. Now, consider seashore as a straight line and this tree as a ray. From this point of view, it will be a straight angle. And this tree divides straight angle into two angles, angle A and angle B. Each of these two divided angles is called an angle of linear pair. A pair of adjacent angle whose outer arms are opposite rays are said to be a linear pair of the angle. Vertically opposite angles. Divya and Deepak are watching rockets in the sky.
Wow, it's a fun to watch them.
Hey, look Deepak, rockets cross their path at one point. These paths are just like two intersected lines which make some angles with each other. Angle A is opposite to angle B and angle M is opposite to angle N. Each opposite pair of angles is called vertically opposite angles. The measures of angles in a pair of vertically opposite angles are always equal. The transversal. Pankaj fenced his plot for security. Did you observe how he has done his fencing? This line of wire crossed these three lines of wire at three distinct points. A line that intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. Angles made by a transversal. In the figure, you will see that the transversal makes 8 angles, 4 at the point P and 4 at the point L. Let us study some pairs of these angles. A pair of corresponding angles. In the above figure, angle GPS and angle PLJ form a pair of corresponding angles. There are 3 more pairs of such corresponding angles. Angle SPL and angle JLK. Angle DPG and angle PLV. Angle DPL and angle VLK. A pair of alternate angles. In the above figure, angle SPL and angle PLV is a pair of alternate angles. Similarly, angle DPL and angle PLJ is the other pair of alternate angles. The alternate angles in a pair are on opposite sides of the transversal. A pair of interior angles. Angle DPL and angle PLV is a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Similarly, angle SPL and angle PLJ is the other pair of interior angles that lie on the same side of the transversal. Two interior angles that are on the same side of the transversal are called a pair of interior angles. Properties of pairs of angles formed by the transversal of parallel lines. A pair of corresponding angles. Look at the figure alongside. Line RB parallel to line JG and line PA is their transversal. Angle PSB and angle SMG are a pair of corresponding angles on the same side of the transversal. The measures of angles in each pair of corresponding angles formed by a transversal of parallel lines are equal. A pair of alternate angles. Look at the figure alongside. Line RB parallel to line JG and line PA is their transversal. Angle RSM and angle SMG form a pair of alternate angles. The measures of angles in each pair of alternate angles formed by a transversal of parallel lines are equal. A pair of interior angles. Look at the figure alongside. Line RB is parallel to line JG and line PA is their transversal. Angle BSM and angle SMG is a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. The sum of the measures of the interior angles formed by a transversal of parallel lines is 180 degrees. In this lesson, we learned complementary angles, supplementary angles, linear pairs, vertically opposite angles, adjacent angles. We also learned that transversal and angles made by a transversal. That is all about this topic, students. Keep learning!